stretch. You can put it on the board. Yes!
Welcome to the Sports Circus. I'm your ringmaster Sal, live from Las Vegas in the AMP TV studio, AAMP TV. Today's show is brought to you by UppercutChops.com. Check out their tasty selection of all natural USDA prime Angus and Wagyu steaks and chops. Wait till you see their best-in-class Wagyu, New York's, fillets, and of course the king of all, which is the ribeye, and even the gourmet Angus and Wagyu beef burgers will blow you away. For more information, check out Uppercut Chops at 702-799-9935. Give them a call, 702-799-9935, 702-799-9935, or visit online to see what's for dinner. We have more dinner coming up at uppercutchops.com. That's www.uppercutchops.com. All right, and guess what? Today's show is also brought to you in part by Curry Leaf. You know, folks, we talk about Curry Leaf every day on the show, and Curry Leaf find flavors of India. We just happen to have the owner of Curry Leaf with us today. In fact, he could tell you all about his restaurant and his fine food. Go ahead, young man. Introduce yourself and your restaurant.
Hi, Sal. Thank you for bringing me on the show. My name is Ritesh Patel. I own Curry Leaf Flavors of India, and we've been in the business last 7 years running, 7 years. So, and we do some staples, popular Indian dishes, and some different Indian flavor dishes. So, I mean, you've been here, so
I'm there. It's like I have my own booth in your restaurant. It's incredible. I mean, the food. Listen, the food, folks, it's different than going to your local Indian buffet. Now, this is gourmet caliber food at Normalsville rates. I mean, this is really good stuff. It is aren't you about 10 minutes away from the strip, 10 minutes west of the strip, thereabouts?
Yeah, about 10, 15. Yeah, depends where you are. We are on Tropic I-9 Fort Apache, so right up the 215 freeway.
That's 5025 west or south Fort Apache, 5025 South Fort Apache, number 101 off the southwest corner. And, listen, folks, everybody coming in from sunny Southern California, driving in, why spend your money down on the strip and get, well, let's put it this way, get a lot less for bang for your buck when you can actually go and get a good sized meal that will fill your belly and make you very, very happy. It's going to make your belly happy. And why are we talking about it? Because we can. That's why. All right. So, Ritesh, you've been in the food business for a little while, but you actually weren't really going to be in the food business. How were you?
I've been in the business past 10 years, but I didn't have a culinary background before, or I never worked in the restaurant industry. I was pursuing my master's in structural engineering in UNLV. And then I happened to help my brother-in-law who opened a new restaurant, and then he needed help in the kitchen. And I gave it a try and helped him, and then learn and figure it out. And then at the way that I had spent enough time in there, a couple of years, that I knew the food, researched a lot of trials, and I try to make it better and better. And then I figured, I can open another restaurant. I know enough about the restaurant. So,
right.
Yep. Then I opened the Curry Leaf. Yeah.
I thought you were going to be a professional cricket player.
I used to play a lot. Yeah, cricket was the game that we pretty much played almost every weekend, all day, or weekdays while I was in a college or school, and and I was a pretty good cricket player. Yeah, I was captain of my dome team in the college, and played a few tournaments there, and it was pretty good. They're the one sport that Indians love, and they pretty much play. They like to watch and play. Yeah.
I have to tell you, the first time that I ever saw cricket, I was wondering, as a former baseball player myself, I saw these guys bouncing a ball in. Now, I was a pitcher back in the day, which you call them bowlers, right?
Bowlers,
and so right, and so it was a little bit strange to me to see the ball bouncing in and then somebody trying to hit the ball. How does that work? I don't even know what the rules of cricket are, but I love it because the games could go for days and days.
Yeah, so there are 3 different format of the game. The longest one is 5 days that both teams get 2 innings to play. So, and then another one is 1 day. Those are 50 overs. So 50 overs. 1 over is 6 balls. So the bowler has to bowl 6 balls, 6 correct balls. If they have the falls, no balls and white balls, that they have to bowl it again. So, and then the shorter version now, which is very popular right now, is the 2020, which is 20 overs. So that wrap up in about 6-7 hours. Not even 6 hours, 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours.
Ritesh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but here's what I like about. Let's just go back to this test match, right? And so it'll go for 5 days. Both teams will go through their batting lineup twice. And I love this. Here's what I like about it. Think about when you were a youngster and maybe you were playing, I don't know, in a game where you didn't get your turn to play, so to say.
Right.
And I love the fact that actually they go through their lineup twice for a total of 4 innings, whatever. But I love the fact that everybody gets a shot because it doesn't always work that way, even in Little League here in this country.
Yeah, but you're right at a certain point. But the game is they don't have to. They might, if they score enough runs, they have to give another team chance and try to make them score less and make them out with a small score, and they have a chance. Now they have a lead of runs. They call lead. They might fall short also. So they have another inning. They can have even more lead, or they have to surpass the other score. So that's the aggregative, two score innings. And then, most of the time they get twice. Everybody gets. But there are 5 bowlers or 4 or 6 bowlers and 5 or 6 batsmen, 11 players. So there are like certain batsmen. And then if a batsman scored, if he played all day long, probably they declared and they don't need to score more, and then other people don't get chance. But most of the time nowadays, everybody get a shot. Yeah.
I like that. I mean, I like that's a real nice feature. Listen, everybody on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast. Of course, Magic 97.9 FM right here in Las Vegas, right around the corner from the Fremont Street Experience. We are here with Ritesh of Curry Leaf, Flavors of India, Fine Indian Cuisine, 5025 South Fort Apache Road, number 101. In fact, you can find out what's for dinner at 702-527-7977, 702-527-7977. You can also make your reservations there. So, Ritesh, when I'm talking about outs, how does one get out? I mean, is it just like in baseball where there's a fly ball out or something like that, or somebody's running and they get basically thrown at? How does that work?
Yeah, so baseball, you have to, once you hit the ball, you have to run, right?
Yes.
In cricket, you don't have to. You can defend. You don't have to run. You can leave the ball as many as you want, or you can play the ball as many as you want, and you don't have to run. But to getting out, you can get caught. So once you hit the ball and the ball is in the air without pitching on the ground, and somebody catches it, the opposite team catches, that's out. So you have to go. Another one is there are wickets, right? 3 wickets, those sticks, this is called the wickets. So if a bowler bowls in the line of the wicket, and then if the ball hits on the batsman's pad and a umpire thinks or the bowler thinks, if it doesn't hit, it's going to hit the wickets, then at that time they can appeal, and if the umpire convinced, they can give him out. And then one.
Now hold on. That's an interesting point, because like we have an umpire that calls a ball and strike in baseball, but if you actually hit this wicket, it is counted against you, period.
Yeah. Yeah. If you hit the wicket with the ball, that's out. Yeah.
That's
but
great.
even if it's hit on if you're trying to defend or play, and if it hits your pad on your leg, and if the bowler thinks that he's going to hit the wickets, he can appeal and convince the umpire, and they can get him out. To also, while you're running, that counts as the runs, right? So while you're running between the wickets, and if the fielding team throws the ball and hit the wickets while you're short of the crease, that's out too.
All right. That's really good stuff. Now, folks, don't go anywhere, because we have another segment here with Ritesh from Curry Leaf, Flavors of India, Fine Indian Cuisine. And we're learning about cricket, because we don't know about cricket, but we dig it because it could go for days and you could score 100 times in this game. And I love that fact. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. Lots more to come here on the Sports Circus, live from Las Vegas. Don't go anywhere.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happened. So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-361-3491. 800-361-3491. 800-361-3491. Again, that's 800-361-3491.
AMP, the multi-format network, is here to help create, produce, distribute, and sell your content. For more information, send a message to info@aamp.tv. That's info@aamp.tv.
Are you a small business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you with startup capital, business strategy, sales and marketing, and establishing your company with a physical location or on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea, the American Business Trust Company can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, you may visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com, or call them at 657-600-1876. That's the American Business Trust Company, 657-600-1876. Call them today. They can help your business right away.
Come on, you watch the news. Be prepared to pay more taxes. Then if you owe back taxes or haven't filed in a few years, get ready. The IRS, the largest collection agency in the world, will be coming after you with the power to collect taxes by any means they want to. Hey, they can freeze your bank account, your passport, even padlock your business. Oh, good times. Look, if the IRS claims you owe them $5,000 or more in back taxes and they're coming after you, don't panic. Call my friends at Get a Tax Lawyer first. Their job is to negotiate with the IRS and save you money. They're experts at it. That's all they do. And you can trust them. In some cases, they have reduced a $50,000 tax bill to less than $1,000. If you owe the IRS $5,000 or more in back taxes, call now for a free consultation.
800-908-7016. 800-908-7016. 800-908-7016. That's 800-908-7016.
Hey, welcome back to Sports Circus. This segment is brought to you by Curry Leaf Flavors of India, 5025 South Fort Apache Road.
5025 South Fort Apache Road, number 101. That's off the corner of Tropicana and Fort Apache Road in the southwest corner of Las Vegas, about 10 minutes or so from the Las Vegas Strip. Folks, make sure you check out Curry Leaf at curryleafvegas.com. Have a look at that menu. Also, you can make your reservation at 702-527-7977, 702-527-7977, and you can speak with Ritesh himself. And as a matter of fact, what are the cornerstone dishes? I've had just about everything on the menu. What is your favorite item that you make?
Definitely butter chicken, is one of the best, and it's pretty simple, but it's very flavorful with the tomato base and little creamy and little buttery. It's called butter chicken because it has a lot of butter flavor. So it's literally called butter chicken.
So,
but yeah.
What is the difference between the butter chicken and the tikka masala, that sauce, the two sauces?
So, yeah, the tikka masala sauce has a little more spices, like the powder spices and like cumin, and it has a little more onion, base gravy, while the butter chicken has very mild flavors of garam masala, like kasuri methi, cardamom, and then it's mostly tomato base flavor sauce and little cream and butter. So it's a little milder side, but very few ingredients in the butter chicken. So it's like a little simple marinara kind of sauce, or the vodka sauce in Italian. This is like the Indian version with a little with the spice flavor. Yeah, but the chicken goes in there. It's pretty similar. It's the same chicken that marinated overnight and cooked in the grill and tandoor. So chicken goes in the both dishes the same, but the sauce is a little different. Yeah.
And folks, we were talking about cricket in the last segment, but guess what? First, I want to welcome back everybody to our show, and that's everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, including our friends over in Honolulu on CBS Sports 1500 KHKA. That's home of the 49ers, home of the San Francisco Giants and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Our flag station over in sunny Southern California, that's KCAA, NBC News, and CNBC Financial, 106.5, 102.3 FM, 1050 AM right here in Las Vegas, Magic 97.9 FM right around the corner from the Fremont Street Experience. And also hello to our friends in, how about Mississippi, Natchez, Mississippi, and Faraday, Louisiana. Thanks for joining us on 107.1 The River. Make sure you tune in also on their sister station, that's 104.7 The Gator, WAUD over in Auburn, Alabama, home of the world champion Atlanta Braves. Thanks for joining us also in Atlanta, WDJY 99.1 FM, and of course in hotels from coast to coast. Folks, if you're watching this looking for some food to order out, if you're in the Las Vegas Valley and some of those fine hotels, tell you what, Curry Leaf, Flavors of India, fine Indian cuisine is where you want to take a look at that menu at curryleafvegas.com. That's curryleafvegas.com. Also, welcome back to everybody watching on Cox, Comcast, Spectrum, Frontier, and WOW Cable affiliates. We're here with the owner of Curry Leaf, and also we're talking cricket because we don't know the cricket rules, but we dig the fact that there's a lot of scoring. People love offense, right? There's a lot of scoring, but there's a lot of difference between cricket and baseball. Baseball would probably be the most close. That's probably the closest parallel to cricket. But the games could go on for days and days, or it could just go on very quickly. So here's Ritesh telling us a little bit more about cricket. And we had the 1 day match, we had the 5 day match. And how about this 2020? What is that?
So those are the shorter format because to make the cricket even more interesting and more exciting, they come up with this shorter version. So it wrap it up in about 3-4 hours, and it's all actions like hitting the ball and more runs and more actions and drama that you have to wait. You don't have to wait for the result all day or 5 days. So it's a 20 overs. So each team bowls 20 overs each, and then each team bats. They get a chance to bat and score the runs for 20 overs. And the rules are interesting too, and then so it's more action. It's like a football match, it's like American football. It's like a little 3-hour game, more exciting.
So when you're referring to overs, like for example, the 2020 says this is the quickest match type. Each team faces 20 overs. So matches can end within 3 hours. What is an over?
So 1 over is 1 bowler. So you have to have 5 bowlers. So each bowler can bowl 4 overs. And you can minimum 5 bowlers. So you can have all team bowl, but 1 bowler can maximum bowl for 4 overs in 20 overs. So the 1 over is 6 ball. So the bowler has to, so you say in a baseball pitching, right? So in cricket, you have to bowl 6 balls, 6 legal deliveries, they call it. So if you
so six hittable attempts is what you're saying. Got it.
Hittable. Legal means it has to be within the rules. Like you don't have to overstep while you're bowling. You don't you don't bowl too wide that the batsman cannot reach. You have to bowl again. So
right.
if you bowl the bouncers, they call it, that goes over the head, then they give you no ball and you have to bowl it again, and they give you extra run for that also. So each illegal deliveries that you have to bowl again, they have to.
So you could actually score if the ball bounces over your head if you're actually batting or something, right?
Yeah. You can hit it. If you don't, it could be dangerous too. You might get hit your helmet or your head or your upper body. So you can allow the legal 1 bouncer in the over. So there are different rules in the games. So and then if it's a not legal delivery and umpire said it's dangerous, they give you no ball. The other team, batting team, gets an extra run for that. So you get a penalty, and then you have to bowl that legal delivery again. So
what's the story with throwing from 2 different directions? How does that work?
So it's a different. So it's to keep the wicket. So you can bat on both sides. So you have this use of the wicket on the both side, and then 2 sides of the bowling side. So you get the whole field rotation, and then all the sides of the wickets you can use. Basically, it's to use the wicket. So if you keep running on the one side and batting on the one side, the pitch breaks pretty quick. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you have to use it on the both sides to use the wicket and keep it in a good shape for longer period.
Right. Well, that's really interesting. I mean, I look at it as this is a sport where basically everybody can be a pitcher if you're looking at it in baseball terms, right? Everybody can be a bowler in cricket terms. Everybody gets their turn to swing the bat, so to say. And it's essentially a gigantic circle of which you use one side of it, then you use the other side of it because you have the bowler going from 2 different directions. I mean, this is a pretty dynamic game of something that resembles baseball, but it's not baseball. And then the bats are flat on top of it. You have flat spots on the bat.
Yeah, they call it velo. Yeah. So, it's a flat. So it's you don't. They can pitch it. You can pitch it straight. You can pitch it on the pitch and then swing. So this ball also in the baseball, it swings, right? Different ways of the pitching. This one has also the bowler developed the skills that they have outswinger, they have in-swinger, they have yorkers, they have bouncers. There are different techniques the bowler used to get the batsman out and not let them score more runs.
Yeah, this is very interesting. Look, I know you're sort of on a time schedule. I know you can't stay with us for another segment, but one other thing real quick I wanted to point out in our last 1 minute here is that I noticed that the people don't use a glove. They just catch with their bare hands, right or wrong? Yeah,
the only person on the field use the gloves to catch the ball is the wicket keeper. So the person behind the batsman who's catching the ball, he uses it. But all the other 10 fielders, they don't. They have to just catch it with their bare hands. Yeah. And the ball is hard. It's a leather ball. Yeah, it's the same leather. But even harder than the baseball. Yeah.
I like that. Okay, listen, in our last 30 seconds, tell everybody where to find Curry Leaf, what your favorite dish is, and take us to break.
Yeah, we are Curry Leaf Flavors of India. We are on the corner of Fort Apache and Tropicana, 5025 South Fort Apache Road, suite number 101. Phone number 702-527-7977. You can check out all our menu online. You can order online, reserve a table online as well. And please try our, you can try butter chicken. Vindaloo is very popular. We have lamb shanks, we have salmon, we have sea bass, that a bunch of different dishes that you don't find in a staple Indian restaurant. So yeah, here we are.
There it is. Folks, check them out at curryleafvegas.com. Check out that menu, curryleafvegas.com. Again, 702-527-7977. Thanks, Ritesh, for joining us today here on the Sports Circus. Yes. As a matter of fact, we're going to be back in just a minute, folks. Don't go anywhere. Lots more to come.
Attention business owners, you and your customers are listening to this commercial right now. Face it, every business needs customers, even yours. The Sports Circus is a primetime nationally syndicated program that's carried on ABC, NBC, CNBC, and Westwood One News affiliates, plus CBS, Fox, and NBC sports affiliates across North America with coverage from Hawaii to New York. Also, the Sports Circus is available to the 180 million subscribers on iHeartRadio, and the Sports Circus gets about 4 million website visitors per month, which could click through your website and bring sales. The Sports Circus provides great content featuring celebrity guests from sports and entertainment to our audience every weekday, which your company could greatly benefit from by increasing your visibility, foot traffic, eyeballs to your website, and calls from potential customers. Call us right now at 702-799-9935. Again, 702-799-9935, or email us at info@thesportscircus.com. That's info@thesportscircus.com. Drive your sales today by advertising with the Sports Circus.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happened. So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-361-3491. 800-361-3491. 800-361-3491. Again, that's 800-361-3491.
So, you want to be in show business. Do people tell you that you're really funny, you have a great personality, and you should have your own talk show? Many of us have been told that, but we don't know how to get started. It's easier than you think. Let the pros at Cali Vegas give you a free talent evaluation. Call 949-445-1119 and learn how quickly you can create, produce, and host your very own talk show. Imagine not having to sit in traffic every day, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job. Get started in television or radio today with your free talent evaluation from Cali Vegas. Call 949-445-1119 or visit them online at calivegas.com. Make your dream come true today and create your new career and learn how to become a television or radio star with the help of Cali Vegas. 949-445-1119. Call now.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your ringmaster Sal, live from Las Vegas in the AMP TV studio, AAMP.TV. That's AAMP.TV. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow AMP TV, all ages media programming.tv. This segment brought to you in part by Cali Vegas, helping people create and host their very own radio, TV, or multimedia talk show. Cali Vegas can help with everything they need to get out of sitting in hours of traffic, commuting back and forth to the same old boring job, and host their very own talk show in your very own studio. For more information, contact Cali Vegas at 949-445-1119. That's 949-445-1119. Again, 949-445-1119. Or visit online for more information at www.calivegas.com. That's CALI Vegas.com. All right. Welcome back to everybody. So in the last couple segments, we had one of our favorites in here, and it was Ritesh from Curry Leaf Flavors of India in Vegas, right here in Las Vegas, 5025 South Fort Apache. Look, folks, we've all had good food. We've all had great experiences at great restaurants. Curry Leaf is my favorite Indian restaurant here in Las Vegas, and my favorite steakhouse in Las Vegas. I can talk about it because it's my show. My favorite steakhouse and the best steakhouse in town that nobody really realizes or knows about a whole hell of a lot, unless you've been around town for a long time, is the steakhouse over inside of Sports Circus. Folks, it is the best in the business here today for 30-odd years. They're killing it. Yes, inside the circus, believe it or not. I'm not getting anything for telling you this. I'm telling you it because the food's phenomenal. And when we know of a good food place, everybody knows of a great restaurant, you want to share it with your friends and your family and your colleagues and whatever. So I'm trying to give you, number one, the best Indian restaurant I've ever been to, especially right here in Las Vegas, and the best steakhouse here in town. So listen, take it for whatever it's worth. Everybody driving around saying, man, I'm hungry, I want to eat something. You've got a couple of choices right there, but Curry Leaf is over in the southwest corner of Las Vegas, over at Fort Apache and Tropicana, southwest corner. Good stuff. Good stuff. Nice round of applause for Ritesh, giving us some good background on cricket. So here's a little recap. Now, there are 3 types of cricket matches that you'll actually see on the professional level. And the first one is called a test match. And of course, these are definitions that I got myself. So if this is the longest match type, it could potentially last up to 5 days. I love that. So all these people belly aching about, oh, the game is going too long. They say that about baseball. Oh, now we have to change the extra innings rules. Well, guess what? Not in the test match for cricket. Both teams will go through their batting lineup twice for a total of 4 innings. Only 4 innings. For reference, 1 inning, yes, that term is singular and plural, can last for roughly, are you ready for this one? A day. Yes, an inning can last for a day. Come back tomorrow for inning number 2. A test match features 90 overs. An over refers to 6 bowls or pitches, actually, as we know them, that a bowler, the guy actually throwing the ball, really we say it as a pitcher for baseball, but the bowler, unlike bowling, the sport of bowling, in cricket, the bowler is actually the guy throwing the ball. So when he delivers those. Now, then you have these, for those people that don't want to hang around for 5 days, you have a 1-day match. And as the name suggests, of course, this type of match will only last a day, and each team bats once with 50 overs each. So in other words, what they're saying here is each team bats, but you get actually 50 strikes, so to say, in a parallel for baseball. You get 50 strikes to hit. And I mean, look, how the bowling is done is something we're going to get to. Now, then, of course, there's a short match that Ritesh was referring to, which is the 20-20, which is the quickest match type. Each team only faces 20 overs, so matches can end within 3 hours. Kind of like what our baseball scenario is today. But now in batting, it's a little bit different. So in batting, the batting side begins by sending in the first 2 players in their batting order. Not one. Yes, not one, but the first 2 players. So the striker will be taking pitches actually from the bowler, while the other batsman, the non-striker, basically the batter, if you will be at the other end of the pitch. Imagine this. So let's say this again. The striker will be taking pitches from the bowler, while the other batsman, the non-striker, will be at the other end of the pitch. Now, the remainder of the team will wait off the field for their turn to bat. Now, as a matter of fact, balls will be delivered to the striker in an attempt to get them out. When this happens, they're replaced by another batsman, and this will occur until all players are out, which will be the end of the inning. Now, remember, these innings can last a very long time. Now, bowling, not bowling as in pins and bowling ball and strikes, this is different. So bowling in cricket, the bowler is the one who, of course, essentially throws the ball to the batsman or to the hitter, right? And so you also have the fielding team will disperse around the field to positions designed to either stop runs from being scored or to get the batsman out. Kind of like in baseball, we have shifting in the outfield and the infield, same kind of idea here. So they're strategically placing their people out there. And the bowler will take the ball and bowl it to the batsman at the wicket, which you heard Ritesh talk about, which are stumps in the ground that designate where the batsman should be, kind of like a strike zone. So now the wicket keeper, kind of like the catcher, who wears a pair of webbed gloves inside and designed for catching the ball and protective pads, of course, covering the shins, are actually behind the wicket, kind of like behind home plate. And they, of course, catch the balls that the batsman fails to hit. Now, the goal, of course, of the bowler will be to prevent runs from being scored, just like a pitcher, by getting the batsman out. And this refers to as a dismissal in cricket. So it's kind of like an out, but it's actually a little bit more formal, called a dismissal. Now, when one bowler has delivered 6 balls that constitute as an over, basically over the plate in baseball, same idea, that's something hittable. A different member of the fielding team is given the ball and bowls the next over from the opposite end of the pitch. So imagine this. Imagine a pitcher throwing the ball to the catcher, and then behind the catcher, let's say the baseball field extends the exact same length, the opposite direction. Oh, yeah. And so now they're pitching from the opposite side of the field, given the ball and bowls over from the next opposite end of the pitch. So the batsmen do not change ends. So the role of the striker and non-striker swap after each over, or basically over the plate, so to say. Now, any member of the fielding team may bowl. Now, that's kind of cool. So you don't have a bullpen like you're going to go to the righty, you're going to go to the lefty. No. Any member of the fielding team may bowl as long as no bowler delivers 2 consecutive overs. Imagine that. Now, once a bowler begins an over, they must complete it. So in other words, you can't change pitchers in the middle of a batter, so to say. That's kind of what they're referring to here. So that's kind of an interesting part. And they must complete it unless they're injured or suspended during the over, basically during the at-bat. So look, this is really interesting because it's so different. And here we're upon spring training and pitchers and catchers reporting, et cetera. And so some of the basic terms in cricket are very similar to baseball. And that's why we're talking about this. So basic terms are, for example, an inning. This is how a game is broken up. Innings refer to the duration it takes for a team to bat, just like in baseball. A test match has 4 innings, with each team coming up to bat twice. So everybody gets to hit. And so that's kind of a cool thing, because in baseball, not everybody gets to hit. Now, other match types will only have 2 innings, and of course, and each team batting once. Now, the wicket, which is kind of like the home plate idea, the wicket, this refers to 3 stumps at the end of a pitch, and a batsman will bat in front of these wickets to protect it. And their goal is to prevent the ball from hitting the wicket. Now, a run, of course, this is simply a unit of scoring, as everybody would know, and it's the most commonly done as a batsman makes a run after making a good hit, just like in baseball, same thing. And dismissal is basically an out. So scoring at cricket, this is the interesting part here. So a single, we have a single. This is when a batsman makes a good shot that allows him to run to the opposite wicket, kind of like going to another base, right? And so a run is scored if they make it to the opposite side. Both batsmen must be aware of when this call can be done on the field. Double or triples, singles are possible as well. So basically single, double, triple, same idea as baseball. Now boundary, this is of course basically the equivalent of a home run. So a boundary is a home run. So a home run is a home run, but in cricket, they call a boundary a home run. Imagine that. There's no need to run any boundary hits. So in other words, you can hit it. We already know it's a home run, and that's the end of that. So you have to hit it beyond the perimeter. So basically out of the park. And extras, and these refer to the points awarded from penalties. Yes, penalties that are done by the fielding team, basically an error. This happens when a bowler delivers a wide, an illegal delivery that's sometimes too high or too wide, or no ball, and the bowler may made some sort of illegal delivery. How do you like that? So there could be a little goop on the ball or something. You never know. And of course, a dismissal in cricket, real quick, bowled and a batsman out if the delivery hits the wicket. If it's caught, that's an out. A leg before wicket, a striker is out if the ball hits any part of their body and the umpire decides that delivery would have hit the wicket. So you can't stand in front of home plate. And that's kind of what they're saying here. Then you have a run out. This happens when a batter or a batsman are running between wickets. If the fielding team puts down a wicket while the ball is in play, the batsman closest to it is out. Kind of like a good game of playground. And stumped, of course, this occurs when the wicket keeper puts down a wicket when the batsman has stepped out of his ground. So very similar to baseball, very interesting. It is played around the world, and it is coming to these United States of America, folks. In fact, we're going to talk about baseball when we come back here. Don't go anywhere. Last more to come here on the Sports Circus.
You don't sit behind a desk every day to earn a living. You're out and about making it happen. And sometimes you get a little bit behind on your paperwork, like bookkeeping and paying your taxes. It's easy to get behind on paying your taxes. It happens to the best of us. And you know what happens next. The big bad IRS comes knocking on your door. And when that happens, you need to call the good old boys at the Tax Doctor. Let them do what they do best. Deal and negotiate with the IRS so you pay the lowest you can in back taxes that the law allows. We are a 100% U.S.-based company, and we've saved our clients millions over the years in back taxes. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, call my friends right now at the Tax Doctor and learn more.
800-989-1694. 800-989-1694. 800-989-1694. That's 800-989-1694.
Nobody wants to get ripped off, broken into, or robbed, but nobody wants to pay a lot of money to have their home protected either. I've got an offer to tell you about to provide home security for your home for less than $1 a day. For real, with no installation or equipment charges. And this is from a company rated #1 by a leading consumer research company. According to the facts, most of you won't even call unless there's a burglary in your neighborhood or something bad happened. So let's give you a reason. Save money. For less than $1 a day with no other costs, you can get your home secured. Plus, get a lifetime equipment replacement warranty. You need protection for your home. Call the Home Security Hotline right now.
800-361-3491. 800-361-3491. 800-361-3491. Again, that's 800-361-3491.
Tahibo Tea Club's original Pure Pouty Arco Super Tea helps build red corpuscles in the blood which carry oxygen to our organs and cells. Our organs and cells need oxygen to regenerate themselves. The immune system needs oxygen to develop, and cancer dies in oxygen. So the tea is great for healthy people because it helps build the immune system. And it can truly be miraculous for someone fighting a potentially life-threatening disease due to an infection, diabetes, or cancer. The tea is also organic and naturally caffeine-free. A 1-pound package of tea is $49.95, which includes shipping. To order, please visit bestsupertea.com. The first word is best, spelled B-E-S-T, then the word super, then the word tea. The complete website is bestsupertea.com, or call us at 818-274-8270, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. California time. That's 818-274-8270, bestsupertea.com.
Welcome back to the Sports Circus. I'm your ringmaster Sal, live from Las Vegas in the AMP TV studio, AAMP TV. This segment brought to you in part by the Sports Circus. Make sure you check out thesportscircus.com for our upcoming guest, our prior guest, our recorded shows, which are our podcasts. Those can be found on Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Spotify, our CBS or NBC affiliates, CNBC as well. Click on the logos on the website, and you'll get to well over 1,000 shows that we've done right here on the circus. As a matter of fact, you can also watch a whole bunch of those too. There's some great guests that we've had on the show, and match up the dates on those recorded show links so you can listen to your favorite guests or watch your favorite guests if you're on AMP TV, AAMP.TV as well. Also, make sure you check out the partners page. One of those great partners of the Sports Circus is the College of Southern Nevada Athletics. CSNCoyotes.com for upcoming events and games. Great baseball games, great scouting every darn game. Boy, those guys are really bringing it. So CSNCoyotes.com for upcoming games and events, softball, baseball, soccer, basketball, volleyball. They've got it all over there. Again, CSNCoyotes.com for the College of Southern Nevada Athletics. All right, a big welcome back to everybody listening in on our CBS, NBC, and Fox Sports affiliates from coast to coast, Magic 97.9 FM, right here in Las Vegas, KCAA, NBC News, CNBC Financial over in sunny Southern California. And we're going to shift into a little baseball. We had cricket for the last few segments, and it's a nice leader for baseball. And we have to mention this. You know, back, it was December 1st of 2017. You may recall the New York Yankees signed Aaron Boone as their manager. As a matter of fact, that story was broken right here on the Sports Circus. And as a matter of fact, I had Brett Boone, I had Aaron's brother on the show at that time. And so it was about the 22-minute mark, maybe 23-minute mark of the show, something to the effect. And we were talking about it. And sure enough, we beat that alleged report by the New York Post by about 4 minutes and 31 seconds, which the four-letter network, that'd be ESPN, they gave credit to the New York Post for breaking the story. Yet it was the Sports Circus that actually got the story first. As a matter of fact, I contacted ESPN to ask them to make the correction on the bottom line, the ticker across the bottom, just like you see right here on the Sports Circus. Well, guess what? They said you have to contact the New York Post. So I contacted the New York Post. I said, hey, guys, I got bad news for you. I broke that story 4.5 minutes before you guys did. And I have it timestamped as well. And so they didn't like the idea, but the facts were the facts. And so we had to make that adjustment. And they said, you're going to have to call ESPN because we can't call them regarding this. So I called them, and ESPN changed. Yes, they changed the noting from the New York Post breaking the Aaron Boone story to an unknown source breaking the Aaron Boone story. So we were the unknown source. But are you kidding me? I mean, they wouldn't even give the Sports Circus the right, anything, no acknowledgement, nothing, zero. So this is why, of course, we affectionately refer to them as the four-letter network. Nonetheless, I know their writers are still listening to us because from time to time, our stories, which are highly unique, they somehow conveniently find themselves on the desk or in the copy for their on-air personalities. And we've seen this a few times, but we'll get back to that another time. Nonetheless, talk about the New York Yankees and Aaron Boone from December 1st of 2017. Well, guess what? The Yankees actually, for this season, are bringing Aaron Boone back. All right, nice round of applause for them. In fact, just a couple of weeks after the Yankees were eliminated, so this was a little while ago, from the playoffs, they ended speculation about the status of their manager, Aaron Boone. According to the Yes Network, that's the Yankees Entertainment Sports Network, the Yankees are bringing back Mr. Boone. In fact, they're doing more than just bringing him back. They're reportedly committed to him for at least 3 more seasons. Now, this guy, I don't know, he's 48 years old. He's still doing it. He's doing a great job. He began managing the Yankees, obviously 2018, as we referred to. In 17 is when the announcement came out. Now, you can read about the breaking of this story, actually, from the Sports Circus at thesportscircus.com. Just click on the HuffPost Yankees sign Aaron Boone. You'll see all the details on it. Nice contributor from NBC actually put that together for us. So now Aaron, of course, took the Yankees to the playoffs every single year since signing. However, under Boone, they've never been able to win a World Series. This is according to CBS Sports. Now, they haven't even made the World Series under Boone, only making it to the ALCS. Only, mind you. They say only making it to the League Championship Series. Give me a break. And he did it. At least he did it once. So they lost the ALDS in 2018, 2020, and 21 to the rival Boston Red Sox, of course, in the wild card game as well. Now, Boone came under fire from fans multiple times during the season for teams' inconsistent play, and they spent just one day in first place all season last season and finished 8 games behind Tampa, who's a damn good team. And, of course, tying the Red Sox with 92 wins. So they spent June and parts of July last season struggling big time, but they caught fire after the All-Star break. I don't know what people are complaining about here. Look, Aaron Boone is a hell of a manager, and you can only get so much out of the tools you have. And the Yankees spent a lot of time on the DL, or the injured list, they call it now. And so this guy did a masterful job of managing that team. In fact, the Yankees were eliminated from the playoffs back on October 5th. And even though Boone's contract was up at the end of 2021, they didn't make any moves on his future for 2 full weeks. Oh boy, only 2 weeks. In the meantime, Brian Cashman, the general manager, and managing partner Hal Steinbrenner gutted the team's coaching staff around Boone. So, it's funny. I recently experienced something like this. I was asked to become the leader of an organization recently. And they say, oh yeah, you're the leader of the organization. We want you to lead our team. But yet they show up with their own playbook. They don't let me call any plays. And so how the hell are you supposed to make decisions if you don't have a playbook and you don't have time to devise a playbook? Imagine that, folks. This is the epitome of being set up to fail. As a matter of fact, when you have an agreement, for example, when you see an agreement that says we could get rid of you without cause, we could just get rid of you, right? When you see those kinds of things, it makes you scratch your head and say, hey, what are their ulterior motives? What are we talking about here? Now, the New York Yankees gutted Aaron Boone's coaching staff around him. So they're saying, hey, guess what? Aaron, we want you to be the manager, but we're going to get rid of everybody around you. And we're going to tell you what to do, in a similar situation of what I was in recently. And so when you get to a point where you're wondering, why is it that the leadership behind, or in this case, the Yankees with the money, right? Just like in my situation with the money, we think about, why is it that people are so quick to make decisions on things when they haven't necessarily given things a chance to actually go forward and say, you know what, we're not going to let you call plays. We're going to call all the plays. And so what is the point of having a leader? What's the point of having a president, a CEO, a manager, a head coach, whatever? What is the point of having that leader if you don't give the leader a shot? And this is kind of what the Yankees have done. They said, hey, look, we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring you back, Aaron Boone, because you're from the first family of baseball. And Aaron Boone's a very good manager. But guess what? We're going to pick the coaches that are going to be coaching with you. We don't believe that you have the right team. We're not going to let you build a team. But now imagine bringing people to a team and the team is still there, but you're not there. Imagine that. How do the teammates feel that you've brought there? It's kind of like a coach recruiting players on a college football team, for example, right? And then the college football coach is no longer there. But the players were already there and they're already in practice, they're already playing games. Now the coach is gone. How does that work? When the players were good enough for a team and the leader was in question because they wouldn't allow the leader to coach the team, yet only recruit the team. To me, that sounds like the blind leading the deaf. It sounds like the inexperienced trying to somehow lead the experienced. It sounds like a bunch of bad decision-making when it doesn't have to be that way. We see that in baseball, football, basketball, hockey, curling, tennis, skiing, skating, badminton, bowling. We see it in everything. We see it in all those sports. We see it in education. We see it in business. We see it in community leadership or a lack thereof. So, folks, This Aaron Boone situation, the reason we bring it up is because this is the type of thing that goes on every day, not just in America, but around the world. As a matter of fact, whether you're in the business world and having power stripped from you or not being given a chance to do what you can do, or if you're a manager of a baseball team, it's no different. Garbage in, garbage out. A project has failed once, the project is going to fail again. It's because of the highest management in the organization, whether it's sports or business or education, whatever it is. Leadership at the top, they say crap runs downhill. Well, you damn right it does. But remember, economics are the building blocks of an economy, and sound business understanding is the building blocks of a successful organization. Now, you could throw a bunch of crap at a wall, and guess what? Some of it's going to stick, some of it's not going to stick. So New York Yankees, you could throw a bunch of not managers, but a bunch of coaches behind Aaron Boone. It's going to be the same result because Aaron Boone is not picking these coaches. The ownership is picking the coaches for them in the same light that an ownership is calling the plays in a business and they're not allowing their president to do their job, for example. When we see this, I've seen it, everybody has seen it. And so this should be no strange idea. This is a matter of the purse strings of whatever the organization is, whether it's sports, business, education, whatever, it doesn't matter, science. The fact is, when the purse strings control the organization, everything else falls in line to what the purse string wants. And this is the epitome of meddling. When the purse strings get in the way of successful business or a business plan, this is when the wheels come off. So folks, everybody listening in Las Vegas, specifically Magic 97.9 FM and on NBC over in Los Angeles, CNBC on KCAA. Listen, folks, everybody has heard this story before, but we wonder, how does it affect each and every one of us? It affects us every day, even at the grocery store, because those decisions are made by the buyers, by the supplier, supply chain, and by the growers of the products, and et cetera, et cetera. Look, there is so much of this that affects each and every one of us. Yes, it's a sports show, and we had a good story about Aaron Boone. Hopefully he has a great year in the next coming season. But look, this affects us in every possible way. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm your Remaster Sal, and we'll see you next time right here on your favorite station. Until then, so long, everyone.
Business owner or pursuing the dream of starting your own company? Do you know where to start or how to grow that existing business? The American Business Trust Company has the answers you need. The American Business Trust Company can help you start up with capital, business strategy, sales, and marketing, and establish your company with a physical location or an online presence on the internet. You decide. You bring the idea. Then American Business Trust can help with the rest. For a free evaluation, visit them online at abtrustco.com. That's abtrustco.com. Or call them at 657-600-1876. That's American Business Trust Company. 657-600-1876. Call them today. They'll help your business right away. That's American Business Trust Company. Online at abtrustco.com. American Business Trust Company.